realization I had over the weekend, and you'll find this hard to believe. I don't think I have what it takes to be an elite athlete. I don't.
That was still kicking around your brain.
I don't. Yes, exactly.
At the ripe age of whatever, do you realize that?
I do not have what it takes to be an elite athlete. I'm going to tell you how I realized.
No one was thinking this. You're literally the last person on the planet.
It took me until
how many people was it 6 billion on the globe?
7
billion. They all knew, save one. And even the poorest refugees in Ukraine making a run for Poland.
Okay.
Radio man in America? No way. No can be. The deepest, darkest tribes of Africa. The Bantu, the Namibians, all of them, they know. The Ubangi know. The Maoris in New Zealand know. That cannibal tribe. The ones that have never seen electricity.
On Sentinel Island, yeah.
I do not have what it takes to be an elite athlete.
Okay.
And do you know where I fall short on being an elite athlete? Do you know what's keeping me from being an elite? You're pointing at it, right? The cabeza. The cabeza, the melon is what's keeping me
between the ears.
Between the ears. Now, when I left you on Friday, we were preparing for states. You know that, okay?
Yeah.
Big pickleball competition going on, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. 20 teams entered in our division.
And you had been practicing extra hard for an entire week leading up to your event.
We were laser focused on this. And going in, we were the 11 seed. But
out of
20. There are 20 teams, okay? And nobody had seen these guys. We've never been in part of this competition. So we didn't know what they had.
All unknowns.
All unknowns. I mean, other guys had been there before, but we were new to it. And we started off shaky, lost. You have to play 2 out of 3. Okay, you play another team, you have to play 2 out of 3. We lost the very first game, and I turned to my partner, the Diesel, and I said, I can't believe we're losing to these guys. We are better than this. And we came back and we won. And then we started getting on a winning streak. And then it started to creep into my head, we could win gold. Mm-hmm. Okay, it did. It started to creep into my head. Uh-huh. We won 3 or 4 in a row.
We're playing pretty well.
Yes, we were playing.
This is going well.
This is going well. It started to creep into my head. We could walk out of here with the gold medals. Nobody expected it out of this 11 seed, okay? Little did I know there was an 80-1 horse.
Wasn't even supposed to be in the Derby.
Supposed to be at the Kentucky Derby. Won the darn thing. And I started to think we could win. And then, my boy who trains us, Chris Kepko. Okay. So we got a big win there. We played our arch rivals, Curtis and Adolfo.
Ooh.
I'll tell you about that match. We know those guys. We play them quite a bit. They're from here, Curtis and Adolfo. You know that on social media. Curtis calls me out.
Yeah, through me.
Through you. Curtis says,
weekly.
Tell him he's going to get a beating this weekend.
I can't wait to see him on the court Saturday.
Right. So this thing is happening in Charlotte, and we saw them early, and they saw us, and we exchanged pleasantries, And it was kind of like Duke and North Carolina going all the way to the Final Four.
Just circling each other. Knowing inevitably.
That's right. Eventually, it's coming down. So about the 4th round of this competition, both of us undefeated, we're meeting, okay? In the winner's bracket, we're meeting. And we get on the court, and nobody says a word. We're warming up. Nobody even says a word to each other. We just stand there.
It's unusual?
It was unusual.
In the pickle game?
Yeah, it was unusual because I was focused. I mean, I was focused. I was like, we have got to beat these. I knew they were the path to the gold. I knew.
Did they say anything? Do you think they were looking at your new dink?
Yeah, I think they were studying my dink pretty hard.
Man, he's been practicing. Boy, look good.
Did you see that dink on that guy?
Where did he learn to do that?
He's changed his dink. This guy has changed.
Did the Diesel say anything about your dink?
He said dink looks good. See, early on, he said, I can tell you've been working on your dink. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we didn't say anything to each other, which is highly unusual. We warmed up for like 10 minutes, and somebody finally said, y'all ready? And we started. Okay.
Gentlemen, you going to play?
All right, so we play. All right, so we played.
Here to chew gum or play pickle?
Wow, I mean, tremendous match. And we won it. We won the third. 2 out of 3. We won the first one. They won the second one. Then the third one we won like 11-9. I mean,
How
it
about
was
that?
really close. And those guys were like, they still, it's double eliminations. They're like, we hope to meet you guys again in the final.
Okay.
That's great. They were really great. They're good guys. We won. And at that point, okay, my head, I was like, what are we doing? We're getting close to the sun now. We could win the thing. And I got a text from Kepco, my trainer.
Yeah.
And he just says LFG. Let's effing go. Yeah. And I was like, well, we just won, our fourth in a row. He goes, I know. I'm watching your bracket like a hawk. And I thought, you're watching our bracket? What?
Was he playing?
No.
Is he like a disgraced ex-pickleballer who can't come to tournaments? He's like watching it with binoculars from the parking lot. Good job, guys.
He was here. I didn't know you could watch what we were doing.
You mean that somebody's actually bothering to put that up on social media?
Yes. And this complex was enormous, and they had like professionals playing. So you would hear like roars from the crowd. I mean, it was really going on. Oh, do you remember me telling you about these guys we met a few weeks ago that we were in something we should never been in, and they were from South Carolina, but they're like on the verge of being professionals.
I think so, yeah.
But one of them said to me, we played a guy recently. He was a lot older, and then he looked at me. He's like, respectfully. Well, one of the guys' names is Greg Dow, and I saw him. He was there like competing on center court, and he walked by me in a hallway, and I said, Greg. And he turned and looked at me like, who are you? And I said, do you remember me? He's like, I can't place you now. I don't know who you are.
Did I just play your son?
Groupies.
Yeah.
So right there.
Comes with the territory.
Yep. Totally got into my head that we could win the thing. All of a sudden we're getting
the
close.
Superstars,
yes.
the text messages.
Yeah. All of a sudden. And then people who we know who play around here like watching you guys online, man, you're there. You're there. Good luck. Just 2 more matches and we win the gold. Just 2 more. And then we lost. Okay, so we lost 1 to a really good team, and now we're in the losers bracket. But we're still in. Now there's only 3 teams left, and we play 1 to get to the gold medal match. And it is so tight. These guys are from Virginia Beach, and it is as tight as you can imagine, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And we're leading 9-8 in the final game.
And you play
11. And you have to win by 2.
Okay.
All right. And we're leading 9-8, and it's their serve. And I thought to myself, how are we going to lose this? I was like, how are we going to lose? And
Did you call a timeout and discuss that with the Diesel?
We had called you have timeouts. There was a referee. A line judge.
Wow.
And it comes down to, all of a sudden I tense up, I tighten up, my dink goes south.
They're going to hit to me, and I'm going to blow it. And give them life.
And that's exactly what happened. And they won 11-9 and beat us. And
they scored
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Not unheard of, but and just as I was just so tense, I just babied it. I just played not to lose, and that's when you lose. And afterwards, I said to the Diesel, I'm never going to be an elite athlete. And he goes, oh, I had no doubt about that. He just like y'all just said.
Yeah.
So we got the bronze medal. And everybody congratulated us on it. Everybody's like, I saw you guys got bronze. Congratulations. But really, you look at it and you're like, it's a beautiful medal. I brought it in. It's a beautiful medal.
Let's make sure the camera can see that
look
there.
At that bronze. You see that? Is that nice or what?
What does it say on there?
It's the...
You're never going to be an elite
athlete.
Wow. It actually says that.
I know, you see that? It's really nice. And
what is the design? Oh, it's the Wright brothers plane.
It's the plane. Yeah, it's the state. It's really, really cool.
I thought it was 2 pickle paddles.
No. Usually that's what you get. You get a little pickle paddle. And but this one is the best I've ever seen. It was heavy, and I couldn't believe what an enormous thing it was. And so both of us later were like, if we had known originally beforehand, if going in, you're going to win a bronze medal, first time doing this, and you're going to defeat your arch rivals along the way, like you'd be happy about it. But then you get so close to it, and you could have won it. It's just so it's so deflating mentally. I've got to get there mentally, and I'm just not there. It's between the ears. That's where it is. It's a big problem.
Well, BB Shea, and you had texted to BB Shea, myself, and Dave, I guess the photograph from the metal podium of you and your partner with the medals around your neck, and I've never seen two sweatier men.
That's right.
I think when they do those undercover stings of like pedophiles, they don't sweat as much. Like a sheriff's department rounds up 19 guys.
I tried so hard.
And your hair is slicked back, and look, you've never looked like Pat Riley from the golden age of the Lakers.
I know.
And one of you's nipples are about to break through the camera lens. I'm not going to say which, but one of you really likes pickleball.
I noticed that.
I don't want to shame anyone.
I noticed that. It was.
We don't body shame on this show.
Oh my God! And do you know when we lost and took the bronze, we went over to Pickleball Central. That was the main desk there, and said, "Can we get our bronze? We got about a 2-hour drive home." And they said, "Well, you really are supposed to wait till after the gold medal match is over to take a picture with all three of you."
Like a full podium.
Yeah, like a full podium. And I said, "Young lady, I beg of you," because we had been there. We got up at 5 a.m. Okay, the first match started at 8. We got up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be a long day.
Got on the road, went down, all that stuff. Started at 8 a.m. Now we're at 8 p.m. I mean, it's that long. It's that long. I couldn't believe it. I mean, long day. Because everybody's got to play everybody,
Yeah.
And so we got all the way through it. And I said, "Young lady, please give us our medals." She said, "All right, talk to that guy over there."
I'm tired, Ringo.
I can't do it. I just can't do it any longer, And so we went to this guy.
So there's an empty space on the full podium photograph?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The bronze guys are not there. That was just us by ourselves.
Yeah.
And the guy said, he goes, "I can give you your medals." And so he did. And I said, "This is really nice. I love this medal." He goes, "Thanks. Designed it myself." And I thought he was joking, so I was like, "You're right." He goes, No, I did. I'm an art student." He's like an art student at the college because I designed these, and I said, "Oh my God, these are so." You actually designed the medal. So then we're an hour into the drive home, and both our phones start going bzz, 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 and it says, "Report to the medal stand immediately." Because
where are you?
They're trying to get the picture.
The anthem singer's getting nervous. Anthem singer.
It's like, "You have pictures at the medal stand." Bzz, bzz, bzz. But that's how they tell you where to go. You get a text to tell you where to go to play.
You guys have probably already stopped at McDonald's.
Oh, are you? Let me tell you.
I know where the diesel wants to stop.
Well, let me tell you, we went to Chicken and Pickles, and I got.
Okay.
I'll share with you my order in a moment. That's right. The entertainment on this program gets even better. I'm going to give
There's
you
more.
You think we started with a bang, but it gets even better from here. White Bread is a fellow competitor out on the courts. White Bread, what's up?
Gentlemen. First of all, Kelly, congratulations on your bronze.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I think what you need to do now, and you know that you need to do this, you need to take the winter off. You need to go to Russia. Take nothing but your pickleball paddle. You need to run through the snow, crunches in a barn, all that stuff. You got to get through this mental hurdle.
You're right.
That sounds like
Rocky
a
Four.
montage.
That's Rocky Four. That's Rocky Four. Give me a montage. Yes.
Maybe not Russia.
Not right now. Not right now.
Yeah.
Could we do it somewhere else other than Russia?
Canada. How about that?
Maybe
Canada's
Canada.
good. They have a nice
That's
winter.
better. Good idea, White Bread. And thank you very, very much for your support. I appreciate it. A lot of these guys were like, "Great job, great job."
So do you know the cats who won the gold?
Yeah, the guys who beat us first, and they beat, but see, we really wanted another crack at them. They beat it, but then they barely beat the guys that beat us in that match. I was just telling you, it was very, very close. Any one of the three of us could have won, or Curtis and Adolfo could have won it. They were really good. I mean, there were a lot of good players.
So what's next on the calendar? What date have you circled?
Saturday. This Saturday. We have a local tournament. We have a local tournament Saturday, but my dinking, I mean, I was just babying it, and it just
maybe you need to listen to like sports psychologists or just whispers or something.
Well, maybe. I'll tell you what happened too. The guys I told you about, we just lost to. One of their players we identified as being the weaker of the two players. So in the third match, we got down 5-0 and called the timeout. And both of us were like, we're just going to hit it at him. Every time we're going to hit it at that guy. So we kept doing it, and we caught up. We took the lead. And the other guy was telling him, you've got to do something. They're just hitting at you. And they had like a cheering section. Their wives and everybody was there. Like, had 10 people around them going, yeah. And every time they cheer, I'd just be like, shut up. You know, it got in my head.
It's in your head.
The whole thing got in my head.
So the post-victory dinner?
We go to Chicken and Pickles. And I just turned to the Diesel. I said, I'm throwing this out the window. I said,
throwing what out?
Every bit of it. I said, I'm throwing all of my health concerns.
Your diet, your discipline?
All of it. I said, look, my nipples are hard right now. I need this. I was crying. We were 45 minutes of the drive. I was crying all the way there. So we got there. Diesel's an eat inside guy. You know, he will not.
That's right. He doesn't eat in the car.
No, he doesn't eat in the car. And so we go inside, and I got, you ready for this, BB Show?
Ready.
2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. 12-piece chicken nugget. All right. Mac and cheese.
My boy.
Large Diet Coke. Cookie.
My man.
Shake for the road?
You earned it.
No, filled up the Diet Coke again. Filled up the Diet Coke again for the road. And then I try to be so careful with Diesel, too, because he's such an environmentalist. And I got all the things for the table, and I made sure we just got a little bit of everything, except...
You mean like sauces and napkins and such?
Yeah, all that. Well, except, I guess the parent in me came out. I grabbed about 40 napkins and put them on the table. And so he got over there, and we started talking about that. And I said, I made sure I only got 1 Polynesian sauce. And, you know, I was that. And he goes, I do try to only take a few napkins. And we looked at it. There was a pile of napkins. 3
like
inches.
A mom stack?
Oh, my. Mom stack. Yeah. That's what they should call that, is mom stack.
The mom stack?
Yes. I mean, it was sitting there. It's like, oh, gosh, Diesel, I'm so sorry. He goes, I'm going to put some of these back.
That's a bad idea.
I said, you really can't do that. He goes, I'm going to anyway. He said, you distract them. I'm going to put these napkins back. Because we had not touched them, and he put them back because he didn't want that to happen, you know. So that was how it went. I knew you wanted an update immediately. And I brought in the medal and everything. But next time, bronze. And I got home, and I had the medal. I mean, everybody was asleep. My son was watching the NBA game. He didn't care one thing about me, what had happened to me. The next day, I got up. I had laid the medal there on the counter. And my son came down. I said, you want to see my bronze medal? He goes, I don't look at bronze medals. I look at gold medals. Like, if you're not first, you're last.
Oh, he went Ricky Bobby on you.
Yes, he did. Like, okay. So he hasn't even seen it. Then no one would even look at it. He wouldn't even look at it. I said, maybe he wouldn't. No, not at all.